Hey everyone, it's me Gavin Vengeance and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at our brand new event in Goddess of Victory NIKKE, Lord for Justice. Now this is introducing our brand new character Kay, who has been long awaited by many of the NIKKE fans out there, myself included, and we also have a special collaboration going on as well with this event with the Padres, I believe, baseball team. So something else that we're going to be taking a look at. Now if you guys are new to the channel, I would highly encourage you to please give the video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel for more Goddess of Victory NIKKE content. But with that being said, let's dive into it. Dude, here we go. All of the brand new notifications for our SSR character Kay, a member of Perilous Siege, and a wandering messenger of justice. Join special recruitment. Kay is an attacker who unleashes powerful attacks when landing critical hits. When her last bullet is fired, her critical rate increases, but the max ammunition capacity for both herself and her allies is reduced. Something to keep in mind, right? Of course, we got our new event here, Lord for Justice, Righteous Lies and False Righteousness. That's not much to go on, but we're going to take a look at the entirety of that in this event, in this video, right? We're going to be covering the entirety of the story. So there's your spoiler warning, and then we have Baseball Pass right here. It looks like it's going to be a brand new outfit for Blanc, right? And then there's also a free one for login rewards for Noir, I believe. Lucky batter number 77 has stepped up to the plate. Blanc number 77 batter can be obtained from the Baseball Pass with full voiceover. Something cool to take a look at. Again, we've got community events going on over on Blah Blah Link. If you guys want to check out those, participate for a chance at some rewards. And then, of course, a couple of notices. Where's my login? Where's my login? I know there's a login reward over here, right there. Daily login. This is the one for the Noir outfit. There you go. That's that. And then I think there was also like another one right over here, the daily login for Kay. There it is. So lots of rewards again, as always. This is something that we should be used to by now, right? Unless you guys are new to the game. Then anyways, we're very, very much looking forward to what we have to unpack in this event. But first and foremost, as is customary, we will be trying to recruit Kay with a single 10 pull. That's what I've got saved right here. Yes, ignore this part, ignore that part. This is for the collaboration that's to come, okay? Be very mindful of that when you guys are deciding to pull, whether you do decide to do so or not. 10 pull, keep our fingers crossed, as always. Hopefully we get Kay. Hopefully she's a little more forgiving on me than Arcano was, right? SSR, that's a good start. We'll take it. Doesn't matter who it is, but hopefully it's Kay. We've got one towards the very end. Let's see if it is indeed Kay, who I believe is Elysian, right? Tetra, so it's not Kay. Is it possibly one of the other missing characters? No, it's another iteration, or another copy, sorry, another core for Alice, who I believe now should be max core on my account. So again, I'm not mad about it. That's what we're going with. Unfortunately, she did not come home. I'm going to be incredibly restrictive in my pulls this time around, okay? I don't want to overspend before the NIKKE collaboration with Stellar Blade, because that's what I'm really looking forward to. So we'll leave it at that. We will just say, you know what? This is just not the time for Kay. She will be added to the permanent roster afterwards, so keep that in mind as well, right? And anyways, let's go take a look at the new outfits right here, NIKKEpedia, just because I want to show them off. Of course, we can look at Kay as well, very briefly, so that way you guys can see what she looks like.
So irritating.
Freaking cool, man. I can't wait to learn more about her in the story event. And there's the shot animation. Again, looks super awesome. She's SMG character. And then we have new outfits down here for Blanc and Noir. Let's see, where are you? There's Blanc. So let's take a look at the new outfit. Boom!
Noir? Of course she came with me. After all, the bunny twins wouldn't be.
Dude, I like it.
Just one of us.
Sweet! Okay, so they didn't restrict us for the collab. I actually really love this outfit. I think I'm probably going to pick it up. That's awesome. Very, very much like that. And then Noir, right? Right there. This is the other one that is available for free for logging in for 7 days.
So different from me.
That looked like it hurt.
Prettier.
Ow. Oh, that face though, right? Again, this is a really good outfit. I like it. I'm definitely going to be taking these and making them a pair of baseball players, okay? They're going to join the team alongside Toph. This is going to happen on my account. I think that was it in terms of outfits. I don't believe there was anything else. Possibly, maybe. Let's go take a look at just the costume tab just to see if there's something that may have slipped underneath the radar here, right? But I believe those are the new outfits. And then, of course, we have Kay as well. Oh, no. Okay, so we've got another new outfit for Moran. I think that's Moran. It's got to be Moran. All right, let's go take a look. Right here. Off-duty queen. Dude. Holy. She doesn't even look like the same character.
Hello, cadet. Let's be good friends.
Wow, dude. Oh, that's a freaking must. That is awesome. Holy. This, like, puts Moran in a whole other light. I love that outfit. I'm definitely getting that. Wow. Okay. Event time. Again, this is the last call here before spoilers start happening. Lord for Justice. Undisclosed location in the Ark. Perilous Siege, safe house. Kay stares down with sunken eyes at the sentenced targets brought in earlier. Two men and one woman have their arms and legs tightly bound and tape sealed over their mouths. Okay, that does not sound comfy. Scattered around them are various samples of a drug prevalent in the Ark referred to as mist. Kay peels the tape off one of the man's mouths. Please don't kill me. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. Did she just like one-tap him? As the man's body hits the floor, it is accompanied by the clink of a shell casing landing. Whoa, dude, she is not messing around. Kay removes the tape from the other man's mouth. So this is how it ends. Getting used and then tossed to the wolves. You don't have a clue, do you? The judges in Perilous Siege are way worse than us. The statement causes Kay, who is aiming her weapon at the man's head, to pause. At least we're honest about being dishonest. But oh no, not you. You prattle on about justice as if there's anything righteous about this dirty work. The bullet grazes the man's cheek, interrupting his seething tirade. Shut up! Get it over with, will you? Just kill me already. Another casing drops. The man collapses, his face frozen in contorted rage. Kay looks down at the growing pool of blood with dead eyes. No! The remaining woman, who is still tied up, watches him with terror in her eyes. After glancing her way, Kay pulls out a phone and dials a number. Before there is even a ring, the line connects with a click. Report. Request for stay of execution. Stand by. Denied. Execute immediately. And if I refuse? Murmured voices can be heard on the other end. A voice different from the previously monotonous tone is now coming from the phone. It is the voice of an elderly person. Kay, are you listening? X? Who's X? That's right. I believe this is the first time you've heard my voice. And yet you still recognize me? That's because you're the only one in the upper strata who still seems human. Upper strata? I'll take that as a compliment. However, I believe we have a misunderstanding to clear up. The man's voice immediately drops all pretense of warmth and shifts to a cold and emotionless tone. Kay can feel the hairs on her body stand on end. The judges are a committee. Everyone has an equal say, and therefore all decisions are impartial. However, the letters in our code names also stand for something. To borrow the terminology you just used, one could say we're divided into the upper and lower strata. Yes. So tell me, what do you think that means? Remember what your name stands for. Accept the consequences of the choices you made. I'm waiting for a response. For the sake of the righteous judgment. The call disconnects. Kay grips the phone tightly and clenches her jaw. So she doesn't want to be doing the killings, but she's being ordered to in the name of justice. Or I shouldn't say killings, but execution. The same difference. You know, it's all terminology, right? Perspective. Having overheard the call, a look of resignation washes over the woman sitting in front of Kay. Undisclosed location in the Ark, Perilous Siege Safe House. There's the sound of a single gunshot. Then the echo of a shell casing rolling on the floor. Then several more shots. Okay, that is badass. Come on, you guys. What are you doing to us, man? Oh, shit, dude. That is freaking awesome. Holy crap, that pose, though. Good lord. Let's take a look and listen at the music here in the background. This all makes sense. This all lines up perfectly. I'm digging it. It's a little more tame than I was thinking, but I got a feeling it's gonna pick up, right? Okay, it's a banger. It is a banger. Dude, I'm loving this. Holy crap, man. I feel like this is going to be a really good event, and I'm incredibly tempted to go and pull further for Kay, but I need to restrain myself, okay? So let's throw in you and you. We'll put Moran as the focus character here, right? And then, of course, we're going to have Blanc and Noir, so in fact, they got some great outfits, and then we'll throw D over here as well. I wish it was D Killer Wife, but I mean, you know, she's already got, like, her own event, right? Kill the Lord, so... Rap? I'm digging this. This is kind of reminding me of like Boomsday a little bit, right? Let's continue on. Let's start event 1-1. Good song though. It's that peculiar time of day when the weariness of a full and busy day is intermingled with the satisfaction of having spent your time well. Here's today's breaking news. Traces of illegal drug trafficking were found in an office in the Ark's Western District. The building in question was completely destroyed, leading the ACPU to suspect inter-organizational conflict. Things are getting grim. I absent-mindedly watch the TV for a while, then get up to take a shower. However, as is customary again, leave it to somebody to barge into my room, right, when I'm about to have a shower or go to sleep or something, right? Just relax. Not allowed to relax. I sense that someone is already in the bathroom. In the bathroom? In the past, this would have caused me to panic. But that was then, and this is now. I smile and open the door. It's Mustang! Oh, hi. Or not. Holy moly, we are starting this off pretty crazy. It looks like she's sad, though. Is that just moisture, or is that tears? Like, it looks like she's crying. I wanted to borrow your shower for a minute. Don't worry. I'll be out of your hair soon enough. Kay's voice seems dispirited, and I can see bloodstains on her face. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? I rush over to check on her. Ugh, take it easy. That hurts. I'm not sensing Kay's usual abrasive energy. First things first, let's tend to these injuries. And how do you intend on doing that? I was going to call Mary or Pepper and notify the entire world about Perilous Siege and what we do. Don't worry about me. I'm not badly hurt. Just need to stay here for a moment. And then, I'll be fine. Kay! Kay's eyes close as she slumps over, and I rush over to catch her before she falls. Let me get you into the other room. I try to lift her. But she's unexpectedly heavy. I mean, most Nikkes are, right? Careful. I'm on a mission of great consequence. They outfit us with special bodies for such missions. They're completely different from those you pick up without a care. When you're out gallivanting with your Nikke girlfriends, sense a little bit of jealousness there, I don't know. Kay curls up inside the tub. Leave me be. I'll feel better soon, and then I'll be gone. Sorry for making a mess of your bathroom. What are you doing? I'm going to stay here until you feel better. Kay stares blankly as I sit next to the tub. Whatever. Do as you please. After responding bluntly, she slowly closes her eyes. Dude, this is starting off pretty somber. A while later, Kay has managed to clean herself up. I then summon up every last ounce of strength I have and attempt to help move her. Phew. Are you okay? Sounds like you're the one who needs to lie down, not me. No, I'm fine. Just gotta catch my breath. Fine. After giving a perfunctory response, Kay turns her back to me. Vengeance. Yes? I think I've lost my memory. Not you two. Literally everybody's losing their memory. Is this like contagious or something? Arcana, what have you done? What do you mean? Not quite the same as Arcana. Okay. Not contagious. It's not all gone. But there are bits and pieces missing. On top of that, I have no recollection whatsoever of the past week. The last thing I remember is formulating a plan to collect intel for a top-level mission. The next thing I knew, I woke up inside the safe house, and everything in between is a blank. Do you remember how you got your injuries? Not a clue. They don't appear to be severe, and certainly don't inhibit my movements. Like Kay said, the injuries do appear only to be surface-level cuts and scrapes. It's hard to explain. It's like my body is refusing to move. At any rate, that's the situation. I also can't get in touch with any of the upper strata, or D. Do you think it could be... I doubt it. If they wanted me dead, I wouldn't be here right now. The judges aren't nearly that sloppy. So what does that mean? Probably just one of those things. Something the judges consider perfectly normal. Do you really believe that? What other choice do I have? Throw my hands up and wait for things to unfold? I've got to proceed like usual. Wrap things up, leave no loose ends, and deal with any aftermath if and when it comes. Is that how you usually operate? Yes. Perhaps feeling a bit more energized from our conversation, Kay sits up on the bed. Speaking of which, heading back to work? You catch on quickly. I guess. Humans are intuitive creatures after all. Yeah, but I'm not so sure I want to get used to what's going on here. Who is it? Take a guess. Just a moment. Tell her to come in. She already knows everything. Alright. Come in. Hell. Yeah! Arcana walks in with a beaming smile, then promptly spins around upon seeing Kay. You two go ahead and have fun. It's fine. Come on in. She's got clothes on now, at least, right? She's not in the tub anymore, so you're good. Sorry, but I kind of hoped it'd be just the two of us being intimate, whispering sweet nothings to each other and all that stuff. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. After a while, Arcana finally calms down and explains why she came. There was a break-in at the library? The Forbidden Library, to be precise. My room isn't the only entrance into that place. You see, normally, they're tightly sealed, but Arcana shows us a picture of a metal door that's been split open like a sheet of paper. One of them ended up like this. You call that a break-in? I know. The word barely does it justice. The other thing is that the alarm never went off. I only discovered it when I didn't have anything else to do. I mean, when I was making my rounds. Kay and I exchange a silent glance. Who's I? That's a joke. We already know that I is Ingrid, of course. Let's go. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah. A break-in at the Forbidden Library and the memories of the perilous siege member mysteriously vanishing? There's no way it's all a coincidence. Did you say you lost your memory? I've got a great method that works for me whenever my memory gets wiped. If you want, I could keep it to yourself. Oh, okay. Let's head to the library. Alright, we got a clue. Arcana takes us to the scene of the crime. A bulky iron door thicker than my body has been torn apart like a piece of cloth. Is this passage normally unused? I personally don't use it, no. But others do? During emergencies, yes. Arcana glances over at Kay, who is examining the door. You mean... Yes. This passage is occasionally used by members of Perilous Siege. It's connected to the path that I usually take. Neither I nor anyone else uses it often. So we employ additional security measures to keep an eye on it. Did you report it? Yes, as soon as I saw it. But for some reason, I haven't received any response yet. I started wondering what I should do. And then I figured that since you're connected with this place as well... That was smart of you. I'll ask the higher-ups myself. Wait. I suddenly remember Kay mentioning how she was unable to reach D. No answer. From D? You mean... She's probably on a mission. She's always hard to get a hold of. Really? She always answers my calls. Yeah, rub it in a little bit there, why don't we, Commander? Maybe she's more proactive about answering calls from her husband. I don't think that's it. Maybe? Anyway, let's go inside. Inside? Whoever did this didn't do it because they were bored. They were looking for something. That's true, but... Is there anything missing from the archive? I checked the highly classified materials first. And luckily, nothing is missing from those. I didn't have time to look at the other materials. And we can look together. Good idea. If we figure out what's gone missing, or what's been damaged, that might clue us in. as to who the intruder was. Kay pushes the iron door further open for us to go in. Let's go. Passage eventually intersects with the corridor leading to Arcana's room. Upon arriving at the Forbidden Library's reading room, we commence our search. Not long after that, well, that was less hassle than I thought it'd be. This room holds the documents that are one level below the most highly classified materials. I've already checked them. See a wooden door which resembles the one I saw before leading to the room where the Goddess Squad records were housed. That's interesting. On it, there's a sign that reads S1452, along with a crude lock. It's open. You're right. The faint, musty scent of old books wafts through the cracks of the open door. What kind of records are kept here? That's where the records pertaining to Perilous Siege are stored. What? Let's go inside. Inside, the room is in complete disarray. Oh my gosh! Those wicked thieves! They made a complete mess of the place! Arcana hastily begins picking up the books scattered on the floor. Forget about those for now. More importantly, it looks to me like some of the books are missing. What? Just as Kay said, some sections of the shelves are noticeably empty. Do you have any idea what those missing books were about, Arcana? Well, the records here are usually redacted before they get to us. There's nothing unusual about that? I told you before. The higher-ups censor them. Oh. But I still remember some of the titles. Let me see. Arcana examines the gaps in the shelves. Looks like they're mission records for 2 members of Perilous Siege. Let me guess, K and D more than likely, right? That's not obvious. So the Forbidden Library was broken into and records related to Perilous Siege have gone missing. Meanwhile, K has been injured and lost her memory, and D is completely MIA. This isn't good. This might go deeper than we initially thought. What was that? Is there some kind of construction going on? I heard they were expanding the Forbidden Library. Yeah, but that's not set to start for a while. Let's check it out. We hurry out of the room to follow the continuous thudding sound. I have no idea. I am a loss. I don't know why, but something tells me that the involvement of Rosanna, however you want to pronounce it, in the recommended characters may have something to do with this event, possibly. Maybe she's, like, investigating something on her own. Maybe. As we run, the noise continues. When we arrive at the main reading room of the Ark Library, we find what seems to be the source of the noise. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. Dude, this outfit, though, she looks fantastic in it, right? So I guess it's Moran. Moran is desperately trying to straighten the bookshelves, which have fallen over like dominoes. Is this supposed to be her disguise when she goes to the library? Is that what it is? She's trying to blend in? Aw, man. How am I gonna clean up all this? Moran? Cadet? Are you here to help me? How thoughtful of you. What are you doing here? Oh, well. Moran looks around the wrecked reading room. I was doing some research. What kind of research would necessitate... Oh. What else? 6-0. Have you made any progress? Moran pulls out an envelope from her pocket. What's this? Mist. That's the drug. This is the room I used to this is the room I use for brief breaks. Make yourself comfortable. Arcana leads us to a small room connected to the librarian's desk, whereupon Moran, Kay, and I all sit down. You said your name was Kay? Does Perilous Siege have an interest in this as well? That's none of your business. Then I won't share any information with you either. Cadet, let's talk in private. Moran stands up. Sit down. Don't tell me what to do. You little. Both of you, calm down. Didn't Rosanna mention something before about our underworld queen and Perilous Siege not getting along? Why would we get along? A scum like them. They say that They say they punish evildoers, but everyone in the underworld knows the truth. The only people who get a bullet in the head are those who get in the way. We punish those who do wrong and make them pay the price. That is the only path to true justice. Don't talk to me about justice. What you do is the furthest thing from justice. Enough, both of you. Moran, can you tell us what you found? We're in a bit of a tough situation now, and any information you have could be helpful. Fine, I'll tell you, but only because you're the one asking. Moran sits back down and pulls out a small notebook. According to the recent lead, I found out that Miss is being distributed again in the Ark. I did everything I could to track down the suppliers, but it was like they vanished into thin air. I'm telling the truth. I hid myself out of sight and waited for them all to head into their hideout. Once they were inside, I raided the place immediately. But when I did, no one was there. Could there have been a secret passage of some kind? I checked for that too. I ran over that place with a fine-tooth comb and smashed everything, but didn't turn up anything. Could it be... Here is today's breaking news. Traces of illegal drug trafficking were found in an office in the Ark's Western District. The building in question was completely destroyed, leading to the ACPU to suspect inter-organizational conflict. So that was you. Huh? What was that? Nothing. So you came to the library to investigate further? No. I ended up apprehending the criminals. They had some miss on them. What? But I don't know what happened. I was chasing after 3 people, 2 men and a woman. The 2 men disappeared, although I have no idea where, and only the woman was left. About that. Remember how you said about if you get in the way, you wind up with a bullet in the head? Wait. Kay, who had been listening silently until that point, interrupts Moran. 2 men and 1 woman, you said. Yeah. Do you know something? Kay clutches her head. Kay? What's wrong? Are you hurt? I didn't know Perilous Siege had feelings. Don't worry about it. Just tell me more about the 3 people you were tracking. You said there's only 1 woman left? Yeah. But something bad must have happened to her. She was totally out of it. She kept rambling and saying someone killed her friends. I was barely able to get a coherent sentence out of her, but finally managed to get a rough description of who killed them. I wrote it down, came to the library to try to find more information. Why the library? I'm sure the library has that kind of information. I'm not so sure about that. What? I thought you could find anything you needed at a library. Anyway, now that I met up with you guys, it doesn't matter. I should tell you, or just tell you the description. Or should I just tell you the description? That's what I meant. Please. Moran clears her throat and flips through her notebook. Female with long black hair. It wasn't possible to ascertain whether she was a human or a NIKKE. Not much to go on. Exactly. Even amongst our small group, you and I already match that description. Is that it? Of course not. Next, she had a gun with spikes. A kind of pistol, or maybe a submachine gun. A gun, in any case. Don't look at me like that. There are lots of guns with spikes out there. Is there any more? Keep going. That's all I got from her. Figures. Oh wait, there was one more thing. I just forgot to write it down. Apparently, the woman was talking to someone on the phone and said something about refusing to carry out an execution and then accepting a choice. A whole bunch of ominous stuff like that. Something about a righteous judgment and, some other... Yeah! What did you say? Kay grabs Moran's shoulders and glares at her. What did you just say? What's gotten into you? Moran, can we talk with that woman now? Sure. I told her to go lie down for a while. I can go wake her up. Let's go. Quickly. Lead the way. Okay. I thought that maybe she got a bullet at the very end of that opening scene, but I guess maybe they were just like shots fired to instill some sort of fear, possibly? Damn. What in the hell is going on? So she really has lost her memory. Moran takes us to the point near where the outer rim and arc are partitioned. This is it. I ring the doorbell and wait for a moment, but there's no sign of anyone inside. I ring the bell a second time, but nothing happens. Could she have left and gone somewhere? Step aside for a moment. Why? That woman is in no state to go anywhere. That tells me... Huh? I thought your brain was a useless lump, but you're pretty sharp. Guess Underworld Queen isn't so bad for a bunch of lousy chumps. Wow, I had no idea you were capable of complimenting someone. Maybe you're a better person than I thought. She doesn't realize that it was literally just an insult. She's so dense. You stay here and look after Cadet. I'll go inside. Moran easily breaks down the flimsy door and steps inside. She's literally all brawn and no brains, right? Soon after, we've got a small problem, Cadet. Come inside. Damn. Alright. Lingering inside the room is the scent I've smelled a few times before. The pungent metallic scent of blood. Not only that, she's dead. The body of a woman lies on the floor. I was holding myself back earlier because it's you. But this changes things. Now I've gotten involved in this. What in the world is going on? Sorry, I didn't know when was the right time to fill you in. I begin to explain everything to Moran. Kay losing her memory, to the Forbidden Library being infiltrated. All the while, Kay silently examines the dead woman's body with sunken eyes. I had no idea that it was this serious. Sorry for getting you mixed up in this. Now, wait. Just a minute. Let me think. Moran closes her eyes for a few moments, then reopens them. Fine. I'll help. What about 6-0? It's okay. I'd hit a wall with that anyway. Once I finish helping you and Kay, You two can return the favor and lend me a hand. Okay. Thanks, Moran. No need to thank me. What are friends for? Are you two done? I hate to break up the love fest. Perhaps you could spare a moment to look at this? Sorry. I'm finished. What is it? Look at this. Kay points to a wound where the blood is slowly congealing. Does this wound bring anything to mind? Well, I haven't seen many corpses in my lifetime. This injury does seem familiar. It's a gash. One which seems to have been caused by a knife or some type of heavy blade. Like an axe, for example. D! What the freaking heck is going on here? No way. Just then, footsteps echo behind us. D! Did you do this? D doesn't answer and continues walking towards me. Hold on a minute. Why don't we keep our distance and talk this through? Sensing the tension, Moran steps in front of me, but... Take this. D hands me a phone and steps back. A phone? Why would you... Answer it. As soon as I press the button, a cold and ignorant or inorganic voice emerges from the speaker. It's not ignorant, okay? It's inorganic. Vengeance. Who is this? Seven? Is that pronounced seven or is it V? Who's seven? Seven. Something tells me that seven is probably some sort of relation to 6-0, more than likely, right? The judges. D, return to your mission. D bites her lip and briefly glances over at Kay as she heads out of the room. At the doorway, she stops short and stands beside me. Please help her. I have a mission for you, Vengeance. It's something you're already quite familiar with, so no explanation will be necessary. Wait, before that, I'm not taking questions. Justice has no place for it. What? We judges pass judgment. We embody justice. We are justice itself. You must follow and respect this. You are the Ark's salvation, and humanity's as well. You must become an infallible, unwavering symbol of righteousness. All of your past verdicts were the foundation. Those made in the future will be the harvest. And this judgment will be the turning point, a watershed moment, an inflection point, a divergence. The moment in which you realize the true meaning of justice. So make your judgment, Vengeance. Deny all falsehoods. Eradicate evil. Uphold justice. That is your role and your duty. It is your destiny. The voice brims with more and more than mere conviction. It seethes with madness. I only now realize that I haven't moved this entire time, and it's only with considerable effort that I can open my mouth to speak. Who is the target this time? Who do you want me to pass judgment on? In response to my question, 7 lets out a sigh that seems both regretful, yet also self-satisfied. The target this time. 7 indicates the target is me. Me? Am I supposed to take down the judges? Is that what's going on here? Are you sure this is the right way? Kay does not respond to Moran's question. Hey, I said, is this the right way? Most likely, yes. I have a rough idea of where the safe house is, so I'll take the lead. Alright. Watching Kay silently bite her lip reminds me of what just happened. The target this time is me. What? Judges are the embodiment of justice, and so we must always be just. But I have lost my way. The righteous path which I tread has become one of evil. My position can only be inhabited by one with an infallible sense of justice. And so, I must be judged and face judgment. What in the hell is this? You're telling me a judge, one of the upper strata, is the target? And they're the one putting a hit on themselves? What kind of insane... You already know the answer to that question you're about to ask, Kay. What? You may know the answer, but you no longer have the privilege. A puppet is not entitled to uphold justice. Is that because Kay is a NIKKE? It's nothing so banal as that. Kay has failed us. She has forgotten her mission. She has forsaken the name which was given to her. She has failed time and time again, and become little more than a hollow puppet. What's this? Key. Kay vacantly pulls out an old key from her coat. That will tell you about the path you've walked. It will reveal the truth and the facts. It will reveal my beliefs, my will, and my sense of justice. Kay. Kay clenches tightly to the old key in her hand, to which there's a tag attached which reads, Top Secret Archive S1452. The one that was completely destroyed and gutted, right? That's where we're going again? Is that our clue? We arrive at the Perilous Siege safe house located within the Ark and open the door. A panoply of books, which have clearly been taken from the Forbidden Library, lie scattered around the safe house. Kay doesn't so much as flinch at the sight. It's as if she was expecting it, or already knew. Aren't those the records that were missing? I think so. I pick up one of the books. Mission code K53 declassified. Related to K, possibly? Target redacted. Assignment of judgment regarding redacted. Redacted emerged as a major political figure amidst the chaos that spread during the evacuation to the Ark. Okay, so this is not talking about K at all. He initially appeared upright and honest, but he is now believed to have become intoxicated by power and is plotting to overthrow the central government. Who's it talking about? Refer to attached evidence and conduct further investigation before delivering judgment. For humankind, may justice prevail. This must have been Kay's mission. Mission code D77, declassified. Target, Bright Squad. Assignment, gather intel on Bright Squad. Frequent injuries and mission delays have been reported within the squad. Intel suggests the squad leader could be deliberately sabotaging missions. Infiltrate the ranks, go undercover on a mission to the surface, and gather intel. If the squad leader is determined to have been corrupted or otherwise overtaken, pre-authorization for immediate disposal is granted. If not, focus on intelligence gathering. for humankind, may justice prevail. D. More and more similar entries appear in the books. Cadet, I think you should take a look at this. I opened the book Moran handed over to me. Mission Code 7-1. Declassified. Proposal for upholding justice within the Ark and across humanity as a whole. Within the insular society of the Ark, the activities of Perilous Siege proved remarkably effective. All traces of evil within the Ark were soon eradicated. However, evil is the darker side of a coin which must exist for justice to persist. Therefore, a proposal to maintain justice and oversee Perilous Siege has been drafted, which can be seen below. 1. Formation of slums. Originally intended for formation of minor criminal organizations and other forms of social instability, but determined to be unnecessary due to the current structure and atmosphere of the Ark. Priority downgraded. Only periodic monitoring required. Outer Rim. 2. Formation of pro-Rapture radical group. Public awareness of raptures continues to decline. The attached survey suggests this is due to the fact ordinary citizens rarely encounter raptures personally. Therefore, pro-Rapture radical groups are to receive clandestine support to increase awareness and foment hostility towards raptures from the general populace. Let's see what's next. So, does that mean that the judges are like purposely making these groups and implementing them within the Ark in order to produce a society that's going to have all of these beliefs and all of these fears to make sure that they can keep a hold or a grasp on the entire population within the Ark? Is that their purpose for enacting justice? Three, conduct surveillance on Redacted. Redacted is a powerful tool, but may fail to understand the judge's concept of justice. As such, it is necessary to, through the use of up-to-date research and direct means discovered by Redacted, find a way to prevent Redacted from being an impediment in any way. On July 22nd, X recommended a candidate for this plan. She is a skilled hacker operating under the codename number 000000. Skilled hacker, hey? Proposal passed with 6 votes in favor and 3 against, excluding the proposer. Covert contact underway. I certainly didn't expect that name to show up here. Neither did I. But at least we found a lead. I can finally face the Peony Association again. Kay? Kay drops the book that she was reading and starts to tremble. Are you okay? As I move towards Kay, I catch sight of what is in the book that fell to the floor. 7-1 Mid-Report. Mission success rate for general agents and NIKKEs is under 50%. The plan itself is sound, but the method is flawed. Therefore, 1 NIKKE from Perilous Siege will be deployed on Mission 7-1 as a parallel agent. Codename K gladly accepted this mission. Have you reviewed everything? Okay, so this is the judge, 7. I'm gonna guess that Kay probably knows who Redacted is, based upon this report, right? Yes. We have high expectations for you. That means you have a great responsibility. It's to carry out justice, isn't it? I've been doing that all along. I know the weight of this burden. Confidence is good, but it won't be enough. Then what more is needed? Conviction. An unwavering belief that the path you are walking is righteous. There must not be a shred of doubt. Without such conviction, I cannot entrust this mission to you. I thought you were going to say something else. You think I don't have conviction? Do you think I could have done it, what I've done without it? At any rate, I've seen that they're expanding the library, storing even the most minute of details. That's because records are important. Our mission is to establish a universal form of justice, one which all humanity can share, recognize, and follow. Spare me the linguistic gymnastics and just let me do my thing. I'll show you what justice really is, and I'll do it by any means necessary. Understood. I remember. So that's what happened. I was just a puppet. Completely hollow inside. I didn't have a clue. All I was doing was dancing to someone else's tune. There's nothing righteous about that. Okay? It's not your fault. The judges erased your memories so they could use you. What difference does it make? What does it change? It doesn't wash my hands of this blood I've spilled for no good reason. It doesn't change the fact that everything which I believe was justice instead was evil. Moran slams the book she was reading to the floor. Would you can it already? What? Get over here. Moran grabs Kay's arm and drags her out. What the? How come you're so heavy? Where are you going? I have something to show you. What is it? My interpretation of justice. Oh god, here we go. Moran ends up taking us to Fog Hollow. Huh? Moran? Didn't I tell you to take it easy? What are you doing here? I'm just stopping by. After a brief chat with Moran, Jin leaves and Moran turns to us. Here, look. Look at what? That. Moran points at the villagers working in tandem with members of the Peony Association to rebuild the town. Still don't get what your point is. Get a good look. Alright? On to the next place. Moran once again grasps Kay. This time, she drags her to a small hill overlooking Fog Hollow. Look here too. Moran points to what appears to be dozens of graves. Tell me when you've gotten a good eyeful. Then I can start talking again. What is it that you want me to say? Moran doesn't answer, and instead picks up a bottle of alcohol placed in front of the grave. She slowly weaves her way through the cemetery, pouring a bit of the liquor over each grave. Did you see that? Alright, then I'll start. This is my definition of righteousness. What? You should know. Alright, maybe you don't because your memory was erased. Is she trying to say that it's for the people that work together to survive and to help each other out? And is that what she's saying is justice? Respect for the people that give it their all to literally like be a society to help each other? Anyway, this is what I consider righteous. No, I remember. Less than 10% of the original residents here survived. What are you talking about? They're not dead. What? Kay stares at the graves, bemused. They're alive in there. Moran points to her own chest. To live on her heart. Everything comes at a cost. When something is rotten, it has to be pulled out by the root. These things are true, but even so, that doesn't mean you can cut people out of your life and act as if they never existed. That's not how it works. I was wondering when you'd finally get to the point. You call that righteousness? I call it hypocrisy. I wouldn't know anything about that. It hurts my head to think about it, but I don't regret it. Not one bit. Destroying this village was something I had to do, and now I carry those people in my heart. It was something that I had to do, as a human being. We must fix what is wrong. Or rather, we can fix it. If you step down the wrong path, you can always turn back around. If something is unjust, then you can make it right. If we keep doing that, then I believe that we'll make this world a better place to live in. To me, that is what justice means. I'm not sure if I know what being okay feels like. My life's been hard, and always will be. It's heavy, but I'm holding up. I believe that I'm doing the right thing. I believe that I'm making this world a better place. It's what makes me able to endure it. It's okay. Well, I've said my piece. I'll go help the others with the repairs. Thanks, Moran. We're very grateful. Not as grateful as I am to you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have known what to do next. Anyway, let me know once things are settled. I'll continue my investigation. What do you think what Moran said? Hearing footsteps behind me, I turn, thinking that Moran has come back. Did you leave something Huh? It's time. Pass your judgment, vengeance. Yes, it is me, 7. The evil which you must judge. I mean, it doesn't look that evil. Kinda, but not really. 7 frowns at Kay. You're breaking down faster this time. What does that mean? Are you the one who erased Kay's memory and used her? Yes, I am the one who erased her memories. I gave the order, and granted her plea. What do you mean? I'm afraid you've been mistaken all this time. It wasn't me, or anyone else, who chose to erase Kay's memories. It was her own decision. Becoming an agent of justice. Becoming a puppet under our control. Erasing her memories. It was all Kay's own choice. And this time, she even tried to eliminate herself. Of course, an agent of justice cannot be undone by a weapon crafted to uphold justice. Even if that agent is a pathetically faulty instrument. Those are some abrasive words there, Mr. 7. That's all I'm saying. So the shots that we heard in the beginning weren't actually pointed at the woman, they were pointed at herself, and she failed to do what she sought out to do. So that wound before, neither a pawn nor an agent of justice is permitted to take their own life. That's right, Kay. Your life is no longer your own. You have relinquished control over even that. Kay grits her teeth and lowers her head. The puppet show ends here. I must say, it made for an excellent prelude to the final judgment. Now then, are you ready, Vengeance? You have already seen the truth. How the once glorious institution of justice fell and sank into the mire, only to be tainted and become evil. All of the pieces are arranged on the chessboard. All that remains for you is to decide. So, for the cause, and to choose the new king. Pass your judgment. The new king has got to be crowned, right? It's only fitting. That's the true king, the one true king. Crown. My phone abruptly starts ringing, startling me. 7, however, looks at me unaffected, as if he had been expecting it. As I pick up, I hear a man's voice on the other end. Hurry up and decide. The stage is set, and the conditions are already met. We may have skipped a few steps along the way, but the end result is the same as it has always been. Now, make your choice. Who are you? Oh, goodness me. I'm getting ahead of myself. Forgive me. It happens once you reach a certain age. Is it 6-0? It's a pleasure to meet you. Let's see. If I were in your position, I'd have you call me X. Is that 6-0? I'd have you call me X. I'm starting to wonder, is it actually X though, or is it 10? Because if X is one of the judges and his name is 7, then wouldn't that make X 10? Or is X in the same naming convention as K? A letter and not a Roman numeral. I have no idea, but it's making me wonder if this is supposed to be pronounced as 10. Now, getting back to what we were discussing. I'm sure you're used to situations like this by now. Choose, Vengeance. In the name of justice, deliver your judgment to the one before you, whom you deem unrighteous. I refuse. Oh? And why is that? I forget that he's supposed to sound old, right? That's my bad. This time will be different. I won't get involved in this ridiculous political game. A political game, huh? I suppose that's not entirely incorrect. Very well then. Allow me to help you come to a decision. As soon as X is finished speaking, 7 pulls out a handgun from his coat and aims it at K. Small word of caution. Don't think for a second that I'm bluffing. It's a master's duty to be willing to put down a mad dog which could go wild at any moment. You son of a... Kay stares emotionlessly at the gun pointed at her. Now, it's time to make a decision. So, what's it going to be? Which one of the unjust will you judge? Obviously I'm gonna rescue Kay, of course. For the sake of a righteous judgment. 7 lowers his weapon and without a moment's hesitation, turns it on himself and pulls the trigger. Yo! This is insane. A splendid choice, Vengeance. Perhaps I should call you 7. I'm not being one of your judges. What? A job opening just came up. In light of the judgments you've made up until now, we have decided to offer you 7's position. Something strange in 10's voice, which makes me feel uneasy, although I can't quite figure out why. You're standing at another fork in the road. Accept or decline. A binary decision. But is it really? People often delude themselves into thinking that they've made a choice. In most situations, however, everything is already predetermined, including the options available to them. People simply trick themselves into believing there's an alternative. All decisions by the judges are made by vote. Don't get the wrong idea. It's true that we did manipulate you, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a loss for you. Some food for thought, don't you think? I've recently come to know one of the judges better. I understand how confusing, even frustrating this must be. Nevertheless, set aside your youthful bluster for a moment. Suppress your emotions, and think rationally about which path benefits you the most. That is the only way you can achieve your goal. I promise you. Can I ask something? By all means. The decision to have me join the judges, was it unanimous? I'm fairly certain that I know at least one member who wouldn't be opposed to it. Aren't all decisions made by the judges supposed to be unanimous? X remains silent for so long that I begin to think he has hung up, but then he lets out a deep sigh. I knew it. I was too impatient. I figured that slight nudging and persuasion would be insufficient. At some point, X's voice has changed, and now resembles that of the friendly elderly man next door. Okay. Allow me to make a correction, first and foremost. Unanimity isn't always mandatory for us to make decisions. Sometimes, majority votes are sufficient. A single person can even push a resolution through, albeit at a great political risk. And to that end, I must admit, this was a decision that I made on my own. But as you can see, it failed miserably, so I will have to lay low for a while. Did I do a good job? Probably not. I know what you're thinking. Why is he confessing all of this to me? The moment doubt rears its ugly head, it's already over, and it's simply a matter of time until the truth is uncovered. Like with Kay. What do you possibly have to gain by roping me into with the judges? A formidable successor whom I can entrust the future to. What? Have you not been listening to me? So you want me to take up the mantle of being like one of the big head judges in time? Is that what's going on here? I don't have much time left, but the Ark is still in dire need of justice. I must impart my knowledge to a successor while I still can. However, in attempting to do so, I have been dealt a fatal blow. What a disaster. You say that, but you seem quite happy. Of course I am. My successor has grown us up splendidly without me having to teach him anything. While we're on the subject, you should consider having a child at some point. Dude! Don't tell me how to live my life! After retirement, doting on grandchildren is all we old folks have left. There I go again, saying too much. These kinds of things happen when you get old. I hope you understand. We admire young folks and feel proud of them, but we also envy them. So don't test my patience too much, Vengeance. I can't keep this position empty forever. Oh, and one more thing. I have a gift for you. Think of it as a tribute to the victor. What is it? I leave Kay's fate in your hands. Didn't we already decide to rescue her, though? Kill her. Erase her memories. Make her a slave. Ignore her. The choice is entirely up to you. Can I have her as a bodyguard, possibly? That'd be a great position for her, right? That's the choice I'm making, okay? The call ends. I gaze at Kay, who is looking at me with sunken eyes. That's the judges, I guess. I'm guessing that she has no idea what to do at this point, right? She feels like she's betrayed more than likely, and that she's been pretty much carrying out missions for people that she probably shouldn't have trusted in the first place. Erase my memory. What? Or kill me. Most of that stuff X said was complete nonsense. But there was an element of truth to some of it. I should have a kid! Asking me to erase your memory is the same as asking me to kill you. I can't make that kind of decision, and I ain't gonna make that kind of decision, and I ain't gonna have it because you deserve to live, and because you are a fantastic character, and I need you in my roster at some point, so ain't happening. That's not who I am. I choose to refuse to choose. Okay? You are not a puppet. You saw those records. I'm a bad person by anyone's measurement. All of those deranged orders from 7. I obsessed over how to carry them out more efficiently. I claim to be making my own judgments, completely unaware that the outcome was already decided. And you carried them out flawlessly. Despite all of that, you never gave up on life. What? Erasing your memory may be close to dying, but it's not exactly the same. Why is it that you choose to have your memories erased instead of being killed? You want to know my theory? I think you wanted to fix things somehow. You were in too much pain and couldn't bear it, so you erased your memories. But even then, you couldn't run. You still wanted to restore justice with your own hands. In life, we're faced with many imbalances. We pile on additional weight and remove others, attempting to balance the scales. But there's no such thing as perfect equilibrium. Rather than trying too hard to make everything balance, in times like that, I tilt my head and then everything looks in order. It's a way to get by and keep living. I'm going. I'll see you later. Tilt your head and compromise. Thorns on Kay's gun spark ominously. There's no lasting damage, just pure pain. Perfect for extracting the truth. The methods used must be clean. There you go again. You're going to be up all night. Remember, clean methods make for a clean resolution. Alright. Stop going on about clean this and clean that. I'll do things my own way. Even if the means were immoral, even if you did not act righteously, you still wanted to restore justice. There's more to it than that. I'm a villain. A bloodthirsty, vicious villain. What right do I have to talk about justice? You're on the right path as we speak. What? Moran is just a person. Is she a perfect person? No. She's not without her flaws. But if you were to place her on the scales, they would certainly tip towards a side that's just. Even if others call her a criminal, and despite what occurred in Fog Hollow, she is still a righteous person. That's because she keeps striving to uphold what she feels is right. Up until now, you've left all the decision making up to me. Now it's time for you to decide, Kay. So what's it gonna be? What's your decision? My decision is... Kay grits her teeth and slowly lifts up her head. I really can't stand this. Twisting and smashing words together and trying to enforce meanings, even when it makes no sense. Talking like you know everything when you don't have a clue. I tried to kill myself. For goodness sake. I'm too far gone. This is why I don't like humans. Again, she's feeling lost. She doesn't know what to decide. She's confused. She feels betrayed, wronged. She's got this, like, underlying feeling of unrest, right? Like again, she's been doing everything for nothing, and she's been fooled. She's been taken advantage of, and she doesn't know what justice is anymore because now she feels like what she's been carrying out as justice is a lie. You don't like humans? No. At least, not before. I see. Doesn't seem like much has changed. You're right. Nothing has changed. And that's a bad thing. So, it's time we change that. Starting now. I'll help. You? How? I'll have to think about it. Kay, looking more at ease, picks up the gun from the floor. Okay, show me then. Let me see for myself. Show me what righteousness is to you. And the road for justice I'm meant to follow. Road for justice, begin. I love that. I love the fact that they ended this event with begin instead of end. It's the little things, and that was a fantastic way to begin the road for justice, right? Dude, devs, you know what you're doing, and I love it, okay? That's all I'm saying. That is fantastic. And it makes me really want to see what the hard mode bonus scene is going to have in store for us, right? Because that was a great event, in my opinion. Again, unfortunate that I was not able to get K, and Recruiter to my cause, right? My roster. I wanna have that. I wanna need to have that. Lord for justice, road to justice. Okay, dude, freaking cool. Holy crap. Again, all kinds of different stuffs in the shops here. I'm gonna go and buy 10 more of these vouchers for no reason other than to possibly do another tentpole that has been eating at me this entire time that I've been playing through this. So we're gonna go. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed for one more tentpole. Please come home. Please, Kay, please. Please. Nothing. Okay. Well, anyways, I tried. Anyways, that's gonna do it for the start playthrough. Screw me, I guess, right? Thanks, Shift Up. I appreciate it. You've been reaming me on the last couple of banners, is all I'm saying, right? And it's enough is enough. But anyways, fantastic event all in all. Really can't wait to see the bonus scene. And if you guys are interested in checking out my reaction to that, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, right, for more Goddess of Victory NIKKE content. And then also be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you guys do enjoy this, and then let me know your own thoughts down in the comments below. Anything that I may have missed or things that I may have skimmed over and not realized, we will talk about all of the event down in the comments below. Let me know if you've been lucky on your pulls for K, and if you've been able to recruit her to your roster, and then rub it in my face about how lucky you guys are compared to me, is all I'm saying, right? Anyways, we're going to be diving back in to the hard mode bonus scene next week sometime, right? So look forward to that, and then be mindful again of your pulls when it comes to this banner, considering the fact that we are literally getting a collaboration, a very important collaboration that is limited in the near future, which I'm very much looking forward to. Again, dude, been playing through Stellar Blade over here, streaming it live. If you guys want to check that out, be sure to do so as well. I'm hoping to have that completed by June 11th, which is the official launch date for PC. And again, staying tuned for the collaboration event, so we're going to have lots of reactions up here on the page again. But that is going to do for this one. So, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Peace!